Institute. And while you kind of look in your purses and find your checkbooks, because this is going to be the collection, I do want to make a first announcement that there are people who are going to be helping with the Stations of the Cross. And if you would come up here in this area at the end of the flatbed bed, because we need to have you ready for the station managers. There's 6 of them, so that will be helpful. I want to make an announcement. This weekend, of course, we're getting 1 extra day for taxes, and our country is mobilizing all over. And I saw that I think 45 states are having demonstrations on Monday or Tuesday, the tax day, to bring up all these issues of how the money now it looks like it's going to be spent. So there's a flyer, and I got it in my email, some of you may have. It's called A Time to Break Silence. You're invited to a public reading, and it's Tuesday, April 18th at 12 noon from 2 to 4 at the Federal Building in Oakland. So those of you in the East Bay, see if you it's part of a whole global days of action on military spending, and everyone is being reminded, of course, this 50 years. We've heard this several times this morning about the 50-year anniversary in April when King gave his Riverside talk, and where he brought up the Beyond Vietnam speech, what comes next, and he criticized the government. He criticized so many things that that people were not prepared for, and of course those 3 words that EPI stands for, being against racism, militarism, and materialism. So I do want to say that now's the time we're going to ask you to reach in, and if you can write a check, address it to EPI. It will be shared with Livermore Labs. We have people with buckets in the audience. More than ever, all of us who are willing to go that extra mile to put our Livermore Lab, yes.
No, that's right.
Not Livermore Lab. Oh yeah. Well, you didn't know that. Well, we have. That's why they're being so nice to us now. I'm sorry. The conversion project. Okay, there we go. Oh Lord. You may have seen the tow truck. I locked my keys in the car when I got here, so I'm a little bit frazzled this morning. It turns out that Martin Luther King, as much power, the Nobel Prize, everything that he received, and by the way, you can go around and start collecting money, people, and if you want, but he was doing pretty well. But when he gave that Riverside speech, even his close friends, many close friends, turned against him, because you see, they were so happy that Lyndon Johnson had started the war on poverty and different things, so even his black friends, the older generations that were happy that some of these things that got started, said, oh my gosh, you've messed things up with Johnson now. And so organizations dropped their funding for him. He couldn't get his next book published. He couldn't get op-ed items in the newspaper. And at the same time, the younger people were ready for a more militant person. They considered him kind of an old fogey and passé, because that was the rise of the Black Panthers and that more radicalism in terms of speaking to the truth to government. So, at the end of that year, he died. He had 1 year, April to April. And when he died, he was penniless. He was broke. The family had no money even for his funeral. And it was Harry Belafonte who paid for his funeral. So I guess what I want to say is there's results that we have to go through, but he kept on, and during that year he did do things that had lasting effects that we're still working on now. But you go, those people who are willing to put themselves out are willing to go to the gates here and get arrested. There are some results. You go through some difficulties. So God bless you, and keep on supporting these organizations and those other ones that you do, because it will make a difference. And bring other people into the fold. So, have we done the collections, or? Okay, so let's